to the activities that work out your mind. There's a lot you can do to boost your brain health. Here to tell us all about brain fitness is Dr. Michelle Robbins from Your Wellness Connection. So first off, what is brain fitness and why is it so important?
Well, brain fitness is really taking care of this organ that's in our skull here to really help us have this vibrant life so that we have the mental capacity to live life with lots of zip.
Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with headstands or getting the blood rushing, anything like that?
No, not at all. It's really how do we take care of our brain so we could hopefully prevent the number 6 cause of death, Alzheimer's. And when you think about dementia, it is now called the type 3 diabetes because there's such a blood sugar component to it.
Well, I would say, members of my family have had Alzheimer's. So many people really either know someone or someone in their family is directly influenced by it. So if we can actually do something to prevent that, why wouldn't we? And it looks like a lot of it starts with what we're putting in our body.
You know, the body's amazing. We were talking how it has an owner's manual. There's just the basic things you need to do. You need to get great food. You need to challenge your mind with different activities. And what I love, which most people don't realize we were talking about, is think about walnuts. If you look at a walnut, it looks like a brain. And this is such a great food for the brain.
Okay. And then I'm taking a look at maybe some coloring activities that we can do. You know, is this something that could actually help us fight that mental fatigue?
It can, especially if you're using your non-dominant hand. So color with your non-dominant hand so you can get the right and left sides of your brain working more interactively together.
Okay, I don't know if I could do so well with the left side, but that would be something that maybe could clear out some of that mental fog we were talking about earlier. So, first off, what is mental fog?
Mental fog is where you're searching for words, and I don't know about you, I wake up some days and I'm like, okay, let's bring it on, let's do this. And then there's some days where I'm like, oh, I'm dragging my body. And that mental fog will be because of chronic stress, because of the cortisol levels. It could be because of a blood sugar imbalance, which is super popular these days, as well as just not getting enough sleep or exercise.
And it's sort of like if you fuel your body with everything you need, whether it's eating right, sleeping, maybe doing the proper activities, that's really what it takes to make your body function well.
Well, what we want to do is we want to put the odds in our favor. And every day, how do we put the odds in our favor and just kind of live by the 80-20 rule, getting exercise 8 out of 10 days, getting the right food 8 out of 10 days, making sure you're doing some mindfulness activities, whether it's coloring, whether it's crossword puzzles, maybe it's reading a new book. It's also making sure you're taking time to be social and not alone.
Okay, I love that. Read more. That's always something that I'm encouraging myself to do, as well as all my friends and family, because it's so important. And I know that's something that goes in the back burner just with me personally. Let's also talk about this. Are there any ways that we actually could be harming our brain that we may not be aware of?
Well, I think multitasking,
okay,
spending too much time on it with a screen. I know I use some glasses that help block out the blue light, especially at night. Just not sleeping, not exercising, eating lots of sugar, processed food.
See and you wouldn't even think of that when you're reaching for the cookie or maybe that late night candy, something naughty. We're actually doing more than just harming our physical body. It's also doing damage to our brain.
Well, I think the time you get to sleep matters too. The brain needs to clear out and clean the debris, and think about there's little phages in there that are actually getting in there and cleaning out all the debris that keeps us from having foggy thinking. So sleep is really important.
Okay. Well, that makes so much sense. And then let's also talk about this. We want to challenge our brain and continue to improve. So we've kind of talked about the books and then also the coloring activities. Is there anything else that really can help our brain stay active, maybe in ways that we're not thinking of?
Really not being alone. In today's times, we are talking about loneliness, depression, anxiety, and they all are similar yet different. And I would say the biggest thing is find a social outlet, whether it's volunteering or getting out and playing cards with a group of friends. You can meet 2 goals there, your mental health as well as your brain fitness by maybe playing cards or something like that. That's a great idea.
Well, that would help so much. And of course, always giving back to your community. That's a great way to get involved and also to make new friends. I see maybe some vitamin D, and is there another supplement there? What do you recommend?
There's some omega-3s. There's good fat. So around each cell there's a membrane, and it's made out of good fat. So you really need a good essential fatty acid. If you're a vegan, you could take a DHA. Then we also have vitamin D, and this is a perfect time of year to make sure you're getting plenty of vitamin D. And vitamin D with K, because you need K to help absorb it unless you're taking a blood thinner.
Okay, well that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much, Dr. Michelle Robbins, for literally looking at our brain health start to finish.
Eat your walnuts.
Thank you. Over to you, Bill.